Welcome back to Dubsy Bricks for another episode of Building Mandalore and Lego. And don't worry, this building hasn't fallen down. I just take it down from the support structure there when I'm not filming, as I'm a bit concerned that they won't take the weight of it over a long period of time. What we're going to concentrate on today is the platform that leads from the landing platform over to the throne room. So let's take this over to the table and let's get started. I've decided with this bridge that I need to give it a little bit more strength, and I've decided to put these modified plates along the edge. What I'm going to do now is run one row of plates all the way along here, and I'll either tile over the top of it or put some curved slopes or something like that along there, and then hopefully that will give it enough strength so there is no sag in the middle. I don't think there's going to be that much weight going on top of here. It's just going to be minifigures, a little garden section on here, but either way I want to make sure it's as strong as possible. Anyway, let's carry on making those amendments and hopefully it will do the trick. And the bridge is coming along nicely, and I've just used the curved slopes along the edge here, and they're overlapping each of those modified plates were on before. I was going to put a row of plates initially, however these are doing the same job, and I put the door rail piece on the very top there, and I'm just trying to give it a little bit of detail but without going over the top with that. But this has got so much more strength to it now just by adding those parts along the edge there. Now on the top of here I'm going to be putting the trans blue bricks, and then I'll put a tile over the top, and then I'll just tile through the centre at least up to this part here. When I get to this section, this is the part which is going to have the garden on there, or a tree on there should I say. Then I'm just going to have a little bit of a play with it, see what I can come up with. The part on here, I'm going to try and find out some of the bricks are at the same angle as the plates. That'll fill it in perfectly. If I can't, what I might try and do is just attach a plate on there using some technique, and then I'll just tile over the top of it. But I'm going to have a bit of an experiment with this section because I do want it to stand out but without it looking over the top. And here is the centre of the bridge, and the railings are all on here. And I've gone for the same technique as I did on the main building of Mandalore. I thought these towers here were very much in keeping with the Mandalore style. I couldn't find any decent images of bridges of Mandalore, so I thought I'd just create some myself, and hopefully it's come out okay. What I need to do now is just do a raised section just here, which is what's going to have the tree coming out of it. And once I've done that, I'll tile off the rest of the walkway, and then that'll be the bridge pretty much finished. And that is the bridge pretty much finished. Just need to create a tree to go in the centre just there. Put loads of spots on here for minifigures to go, and loads of jumper plates and studs on there. But all in all, couldn't be happier with how this is coming out. And I can't wait to put it onto the MOC and just see what it's like when you've got the starship in the background on one side and also the throne room at the other once that's all been created. But yeah, there it is. Anyway, let's move it up to the MOC and see how it looks. And there is the bridge all in place, and there is a very slight sag in the middle there. However, I think once I attach it to both sides, it will stretch out, and then that will straighten it all up. So hopefully that will do the job. And this is the section that I'm going to be turning my attention to next. Originally I was going to have this so it was a courtyard area with some seating, another tree in the middle of it. However, I'm thinking it might be better to have a very small landing platform on the end of it where speeders can arrive to that building. I still need to build the door in there, so I'm just going to see what I can come up with. I don't want to make the whole area a landing pad, but just the end part. So I might have a barrier around the edge, very similar to what we've got up the top there, and then the platform on the end of it. So anyway, let's get some bricks and plates out and see what we can come up with. And that's the top of the building, all modified. And the idea is I've dropped this down by 2 plates, then I'll be resting the platform on the top here. I'm going to put 1 row of plates along the top here, tile inside of it, and same on the other side. And I'll put a snot brick on each edge there. And then the walkway will come along and just overlap that slightly, and then that'll keep that all fixed nicely in place. There is going to be a slight step up by 1 plate into the doorway, but I'm happy to have that 1 step up on there. But anyway, let's get that all plated off, all tiled off, put the barriers on, and see how it comes out. And there is the landing pad all completed with the door added into the doorway there. Really happy how that's come out. Couple of snot bricks on there just for the minifigure placements, and I will add a couple of mini builds to go on the side of the platform there along with a small speeder. But yeah, there it is. Now, it's nice to have yet another section all completed. Next week I want to be concentrating on the bottom of the floating building here, and also the black area at the bottom, just which is underneath this building just there. I think it'd be quite nice to get that all finished so it's a more complete look on the bottom of the MOC. It is getting very close to the end of the build series. There's not a great deal more to be done. I think there's about half a dozen more sections I need to work on. I've got to do the landing pad at the top, finish the speeder obviously. I've got to do the throne room, but I can only do that once I've finished the prison cells, which are behind this section just here. Then I've got to do the interiors of all of the buildings, do all the little mini storytelling in there. I've got the one just down there as well. We've got the one in here, and obviously the one in the floating building itself. But all in all, I'm hoping it's going to be around about 5, maybe 6 more weeks, and then this MOC will be completed. I do want to get this bridge all attached. However, in order for me to do that, I need to pull this entire MOC out and connect all the wires. There's numerous wires underneath the main buildings here. This is a modular build, believe it or not. However, it's so heavy now that it's I'm not moving it basically as much as I can help. So I just need to pull it out, connect all the wires together, and then it'll be permanently fixed in place, ready for the finale. And hopefully, fingers crossed, those wires aren't broken and the lights do still work on it. But yeah, there it is. I was hoping I was going to get a little bit more done this week. However, I've been concentrating so much on trying to get the Lego studio built. It's a race against time with the weather. It did start raining yesterday, which prevented me getting the roof on, which was a shame. But yeah, we'll be cracking back at it very shortly. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the update. If you have, please remember to give us a big thumbs up. If you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content on the channel. And if you know anybody else you think would be interested in building Mandalore, building Gotham, or building a Lego room, please share the channel with them. Anyway, thanks for walking on by, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.